Hi guys, I'm back. So yes, so like I said, quelconque can be used in a slightly neutral meets negative way and then more negative. So for example, whatever I'm reading here, like a token planet, you know, the Earth is just a token planet, you know, une planète quelconque, you know, une étoile quelconque. The sun is nothing special, it's just une étoile quelconque. You know, the Milky Way is just une galaxie quelconque, is just yet another galaxy, you know, parmi des milliards d'autres, like amongst others, you know, so yeah, it just kind of makes it less special. J'ai mangé un repas très quelconque. I ate a very bland, normal meal in this restaurant, you know. Elle a épousé un homme quelconque, you know, just like an average Joe, you know, nothing particularly special about him. Yeah, okay. Good. If we then compare that to quoi que ce soit, okay, which is quite useful and quite common, then so for example, that is more, that is not an adjective, that is a thing. So for example, if you need anything, si tu as, yeah, you could obviously say si tu as besoin de quelque chose, if you need something, or si tu as besoin de quoi que ce soit, like whatever it might hypothetically be, hence the subjunctive. If you need whatever, then that is the difference. You're not going to say si tu as besoin de quelconque. It can't work that way. Quelconque would need to be accompanied by something. Okay, so si tu as besoin de quoi que ce soit, n'hésite pas à m'appeler. If you need whatever it is, don't hesitate to call me. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I don't think you can eat it, you know. Je sais pas ce que c'est, mais quoi que ce soit, je pense pas que ce soit comestible. Comestible being edible. Like if you think comer in Spanish is to eat. Let's go down. Great. So in other words then, quoi que ce soit, so whereas we had this debate between qui que ce soit and quiconque, we haven't got the same debate between quelque and quoi que, quelque and quoi que ce soit. Good. Reminding you again at this point that we do still have a n'importe qui, n'importe quel, n'importe quoi. Doesn't matter who, doesn't matter what thing, n'importe quel homme, n'importe quoi, okay? So if you spoke with n'importe quel homme, it doesn't matter which man, okay? But that will that is slightly less, I don't want to say impressive, it's normal French, it's a slightly more used register, that is, okay? Good, so then let's just talk about some other notes about quelconque and quiconque. Quelconque can obviously go with people or things. A person can be quelconque, a thing can be quelconque. Whereas obviously quiconque, when it is used, obviously only refers to people. So yeah, so what are they saying? Quiconque here functions as, and this is from Yable. So I thought I'd talk about my ideas and then we'd just look at one website and you can go and look at this and see if what we've talked about, you know, hits the spot. So Yable says quiconque, Y-A-B-L-A. So quiconque functions as a relative or an indefinite pronoun. We've said that, yeah. It can either be replace celui qui, or it can replace whatever comes after a preposition indirectly. Whereas quelconque functions as an adjective. We've said that it comes with a noun. So they give the example, elle fuit la maison de fond en comble à la recherche d'un quelconque indice. So she rifles through the house from top to bottom in search of any clue. Yeah, and quelconque indice. So there, quelconque means like whatsoever. So again, that's neutral, like we said with the numbers. Okay. Notice that quelconque there is coming before. You will see it on both sides. The Little Mermaid was incapable of hurting anybody. Alors, mais la petite sirène était incapable de faire du mal à quiconque, whoever. Okay. That is more hypothetical than sort of la petite sirène était incapable de faire du mal à qui que ce soit, as whoever it might be. That to me seems more of something you'd say in the present nowadays, like whoever it might be, qui que ce soit. In this kind of slightly archaic, you know, incapable of harming whoever that might be. Yeah, like I said earlier, quiconque at the end of the sentence sounds slightly more formal than qui que ce soit, and obviously, or you know, archaic. Quiconque and quelconque are very similar to two other expressions, n'importe quel and n'importe qui. We've discussed that. Yeah, so if they mail it in any mailbox, n'importe quelle boîte aux lettres. With n'importe quelle, you'd obviously then need a noun after it. With n'importe quoi, you wouldn't. What do you want me to order for you? N'importe quoi. Doesn't matter. We've also got the expression peu importe, peu importe. Je m'en fiche, je m'en fous, ça m'est égal. But that's getting into the real or whatever feeling. Okay, good. And who buys it? N'importe qui, anybody, doesn't matter. Yeah. Good. Note that while this is from Yabla, so note that while the quel in n'importe quel changes on the gender and the number of the noun it modifies, n'importe quel with an S with an E, yeah, the quel in quelconque never changes. We've talked about that as well. However, since quelconque is an adjective, it takes an S when modifying a plural noun. That is, I think, obvious, but let's just make the point then. So if you've got any questions, whatever question, whatsoever, so si vous avez de quelconque question, notice as well you can't say si vous avez quelconque question because you'd need, it's still a noun, questions is still a noun. So questions, si vous avez des questions, question being a noun would need an article before it. Si vous avez des questions. There's a rule in French grammar which is if you have an adjective which goes before the noun, which is a plural adjective, then des becomes de. So they're going to build some houses, ils vont construire des maisons. They're going to build new houses, ils vont construire de nouvelles maisons. So if you have any questions, si vous avez de quelconque question, not the most common thing you'd say by a mile, but quelconque would have an S because it's been used as an adjective and it's going before the word. N'hésitez pas à nous contacter, okay? Yeah, quiconque can mean whoever or anyone in more formal context, like I've said. So quiconque arrive en retard ne sera pas autorisé. So whoever arrives late will be authorized. Will not be authorized to do whatever. These are generally much more formal than n'importe qui, n'importe quel, n'importe quoi. We entered this video knowing this, all right? Good. So in overview then, I'd just like you to basically be aware of what they are when people use them with you. So quiconque, whoever, generally, let's go with that. Quelconque, whatever, or as an adjective, not so great. Or a neutral, quelconque numéro, like or numéro quelconque, like whatever number. For my mind, the real thing here, things to take away from this video. Quoi que ce soit, great expression. It's used as an expression. I've done a video on it before. I mean, if you're watching this video and you go, okay, so what's the difference between quelconque, quoi que ce soit? Take away quoi que ce soit. So I'm going out, so if someone says to me, well, where do you buy your food? And if I go, well, if I'm buying fruit, veg, quoi que ce soit, whatever, meaning within that area, quoi que ce soit, okay? If I was going to have to use quelconque there, it'd be like, whichever vegetable I buy, I would buy it, or tell me about any vegetable. You'll find that it's very rich in vitamins. That would be quelconque, so less common. Whoever goes shopping where I go shopping will have to pay the same parking. Yeah, quiconque. Yeah, but again, don't forget that we've still got, if somebody went shopping where I went shopping, or those who, ceux qui, yeah, font, whatever, les courses, où j'achète à manger, ils doivent payer le parking. They have to pay for the car park. This is not a video about something that you need, that you can't get away from. Yeah, if that makes sense. So I hope this was useful. If it was useful, please do let me know. Please do remember that I have a Kofi account. It will be underneath, and I will speak to you guys very, very soon. Take care.